everybody's been waiting and seeing what this Las Vegas activity was going to bring us, and it brings us House Resolution 3999. Now, that's not too hard to see what it means. The numbers right there, there's the mark of the beast. So there you go. Now, all the gun channels are up in arms because apparently Representative Carlos Curbelo, a Republican in Florida, introduced this bill, which will prohibit the manufacture, possession, or transfer of any part or combination of parts that is designed and functions to increase the rate of fire of a semi-automatic rifle. Now they're talking about things like the bump stop rifle, the Hellfire switch, so forth and so on. And this is all on the heels of the Las Vegas FEMA drill, is what I'm going to call it. Now, they claim that this guy had a bunch of weapons, 23, 32, 33, 6.66, whatever. It's all interchangeable at this point. But what they presented us as the automatic weapon fire was indeed an automatic weapon. It wasn't bump stop. It wasn't any of that nonsensical bullshit. The audio that they gave us was an automatic rifle. Am I saying they used an automatic rifle or if it was even real? I am not. What they presented us was an automatic rifle, so all of this is moot. But let this guy explain it better than I can.
Whenever we meet out here at the old Up the Creek Gang Range, we're having a little bit more fun talking about a new product or a new technique, shooting-wise, or gun safety or something of that nature. It's not going to be so much fun today. We've got a new attack on our gun rights by those that would call themselves being on our side, the Republicans. Several of the Republicans in Congress, teaming up with several Democrats in Congress, have put forth a bill, a measure, so to speak, that they're trying to drive through that has the guise of it being basically a bump fire stock bill. That's what they're trying to sell this as, based on emotion from the Las Vegas shooter. Well, it's not that. Nowhere does it even mention the word bump stock in there. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Well, they're talking about a bump stock. That's not how laws are written. When a law is written with a huge arching umbrella to allow several things to fall up underneath it, all of those things that fall underneath it are susceptible to that law. If you want to ban bump stocks, you name the bump stock. You name the actual mechanical features of that bump stock as something that you want to ban or outlaw. You don't put vague wording in there like this bill does. This bill is HR3999, in case you guys want to actually look at the wording in it. I will read the wording to you real quick, and you tell me how vague you think this is. The bill is going to prohibit the manufacture, possession, or transfer of any part or combination of parts that is designed and functions to increase the rate of fire of a semi-automatic rifle, but does not convert the semi-automatic rifle into a machine gun and for other purposes. So we're going to ban pieces, parts, a part, any kind of accessory, if you will, that may make a firearm a semi-automatic rifle, so to speak, specifically. That might increase the rate of fire. Okay, my first question to that is, what's the standard rate of fire? What's an acceptable rate of fire based on you? Because you're putting forth a law, so if you want me to follow a rule, you've got to tell me what the rules are. What are the parameters of the rule? When I drove out here to the gun range, I drove down a 50-mile-an-hour highway. I knew what the parameters of that highway was. I knew it was 50 miles an hour. I knew that's how fast I had to go because I could get a ticket for going less, but I knew if I went faster, if I went over that, if I increased my rate of speed, to use their wording in the bill, that I could get a ticket for it. Now, not a felony, according to what this law is probably going to pass on, but I knew that I was breaking the law if I went over 50. I know what the acceptable level of speed is. I know what the acceptable rate of speed is. I know what the standard rate of speed is to get where I'm at right now. I know what will get me in hot water. I know what will get me in trouble. When you put forth a bill that is as vague as this HR3999 and you have zero facts in it whatsoever, no standard at all, nothing even alluded to or even nodded at or winked at or hinted at in any kind of way, you just say if it increases the rate of fire. Is this a standard rate of fire or is this? Who decides that? So are we going to leave this open-ended thing open to Congress? Have you heard the comments that people that are supposed to even be on our side are making right now. Paul Ryan doesn't have a clue what a bump stock is, and this guy's going out there talking about bump fire stocks. He doesn't even know what they are by his own admission, by his own words. He does not know what a bump fire stock is, and in the same breath, he's telling you and I what we should be doing with a bump fire stock. Now, I'm not defending a bump fire stock. I'm using that as an example for Paul Ryan. These guys that we are trusting to make these laws, and I say trusting because I don't think many of us actually are, but we're putting it in their hands to make these laws, and they don't even know this field. They don't even know this industry.
Okay, so you heard the case from a serious gun enthusiast. He's primarily a gun channel, and I'll leave links in the description below. Also, not that I have any delusions that sending a petition is going to do anything whatsoever at all, because this is the agenda. This is why Vegas was done, so they could do something like this. They are coming after the guns. They're coming after the guns under Trump. They played the old okey doke, just like I told you when Obama was replaced with Trump. They take one and they give you the exact polar opposite, except they do the exact same thing as the person before them. They need to take away the guns. They need to quiet down the internet. They're doing both things right now. So links will be in the description. If you are so inclined, get hold of one of your state representatives, because you can't go quietly into the night. At any rate, Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe. Links are in the description. Or don't. Do nothing. Let somebody else do it. I'm out.